Hey everybody, this is Alize, your favorite Hoodoo root worker, and today we are going to discuss about the upcoming solar eclipse on 8th of April 2024. A few facts about the April 8th, 2024 solar eclipse is that it is going to be very powerful. The reason it is going to be very powerful, it is because firstly, the sun is going to be at its maximum luminosity, which basically means that you are going to receive the full face of the sun at its brightest, and then the moon covering it. So it is going to be at its 100% luminosity, and then the moon will cover it, and it'll take about, I think, a few minutes or a few hours, and then it'll again slowly shift and sun in its full glow. We are not going to observe the solar eclipse from India because it is going to happen after 9 p.m. in India. So it is already going to be dark. You cannot see the sun, so you cannot observe the solar eclipse at all. But there will still be extremely powerful repercussions because the sun's energy is going to be blocked. Just understand this fact that the sun's energy, the everything that powers the earth, actually, it is going to be blocked by the moon for a few minutes. So there are going to be powerful repercussions all throughout the world, all throughout the universe. Now, Jupiter and Venus are also going to be seen in the sky during the solar eclipse, and Venus is going to appear about 10 to 15 times brighter than Jupiter. I am not talking about the exact facts. I may be wrong because I have been reading on it too, and these are not my facts. I am just giving you the general idea. Now, what happens when Venus is brighter than Jupiter? Venus is luxury, wealth, ease. Now, Venus is also an illusion. I am talking from the Vedic perspective. Shukra is the god of demons. Jupiter is the lord of gods. Okay, he's the teacher, he's the guru. All right. Now, that means when Venus is brighter in the sky than Jupiter, it is going to affect every one of us. How you are going to get led by illusions rather than what you know is true. Jupiter is your knowledge, Jupiter is your right thought process. All right. And I am not saying that Venus is not the right thought process. I am just saying that Venus is of the basal instincts of humans, and it seeks luxury at any cost without knowledge. Say for example, comparison is between Venus and Jupiter. Venus looks good, all right. Venus looks much more shiny and bright and everything, but Venus doesn't have anything inside. It's like the empty vessel. But Jupiter doesn't look that good, okay, but Jupiter has something solid inside. It is knowledge. It is not just bookish knowledge but also spiritual knowledge, how to do things, wisdom. Say for example, Harry had the wisdom to not go into the dark side, but Voldemort did not. I am just drawing a Harry Potter reference here, but just saying. Jupiter represents the wisdom. Most of the people on earth, they will be, they will be stunned by the Venus. That means that they will run after their desires, and they will go into this path of illusion without seeking knowledge first, without knowing first. And that is going to be a major theme probably in the next few years. And the people who are going to use this time to break free from the illusions, because understand this, like the sun's energy is getting covered by the moon. All right. So there will come a short span of time where you can actually break free from your illusions, break free from the things that are not serving you. All right. It is like, astrologically speaking, sun is everything that sustains us. Sun is the spirit. All right. Sun is our spirit. Whenever we look at a chart, we first see the sun. Okay, where is the sun placed? Is the sun placed in a good house or not? Because if the sun is in a good house, then everything else will fall in place automatically. So get this, that the sun is getting blocked by the moon. All right. And moon represents our emotions, emotional release. So whatever emotions are blocking you, all right, it will time it this is the time that you can release it. Whatever, anything, any emotional blockages, anything that is blocking you, all right, this is the time to release it. Now, a few guidelines that I would say to follow during the solar eclipse of 8th April. Firstly, don't drink water. All right, like I cannot exactly specify the time. You should check because the timings are different for different parts of the world, and I know there are a lot of people, like a lot of international people, also go through my videos. So just check the timing for you, your local timing, that when the solar eclipse will happen. Whatever water, food, whatever you have to drink or eat before that solar eclipse timing. It starts around 9:27, I think, in India. So I will have completed all of my foods and drinks by 9. Do not travel during the solar eclipse. It is best if you don't go outside. All right. If you are not very spiritually protected, if you are not very emotionally strong, then I would suggest that you do not go outside the house. Yes, some people can go on their roof to observe it, that is fine. But what happens is, according to Vedic knowledge, we know that when solar or lunar eclipses happen, it releases an abnormal amount of energy. So you will see that, temples and everything, they are closed during that time. During eclipses, the main doors, or a god is there, or where the yantra is there, actually the main yantra is there, those doors and windows, everything is closed, so that that abnormal energy cannot enter into the temple and shift the entire energy of that place. Okay, because it releases, it says it's abnormal. I really think it is not abnormal, but rather it's extremely powerful energy. The third thing is that a lot of people, a lot of magicians, spellcasters, whatever, they use this time for absolute negative things. Okay, so that is also one of the reasons it is better that you don't go outside. This is a supernatural event happening, and at this time, like for a few hours, and especially because, as I said, that it is going to be a very powerful solar eclipse because sun is going to be at its maximum luminosity. These supernatural entities, supernatural powers, they become very, very powerful. Okay, for the amount of time, if you are pregnant or if you are going to have a kid, definitely you cannot stop that. I have seen this in a lot of people. Like, I know a person who actually like made the doctors and people wait in the hospital so that their daughter was not born during an eclipse. Because what happens is that during an eclipse, it can be extremely good and it can be extremely bad. It's going to be so very powerful that you cannot control it. Like, say, for example, a person born during an eclipse can be extremely good. You cannot, taint that person in any way. You cannot control that person. That person is going to do something good. All right. But it can also mean, like, when suppose they are young and they are faced with negative forces and they are going to try and do something good, they can actually be very well harmed. They can be harmed by other forces. And when you are just like, suppose 10, 11, 12-year old, you will not be able to foresee it because you don't have that wisdom. You need to have that ability to listen to your parents, which people born during eclipses, they don't have the ability to listen to their parents or listen to others. They will do exactly what they want to do. If you look at the sun for a few seconds, even, your eyes get blinded, right? You can't see other things. That is exactly what happens with our sun as well, because the sun is present inside us. Like, each one of us have sun inside us. Okay, our sun, where our sun is placed, it defines us. Sun is the self. Because of ourselves, because of our thoughts, we cannot always see through where we are going wrong. Think that this is an opportunity to go deep inside yourself and see where you are going wrong or what illusions you need to break through. Maybe you are not doing something wrong, somebody else or something else is done wrongfully for you. It may be that maybe you want to be a writer and you are stuck in a 9 to 5 job. and that is something that is bothering you, that is not your true purpose. The reason that you want to be a writer is because that is your true purpose. It is not because it's just random. So it will show you where you are going wrong. If you meditate during the time of the solar eclipse, you should put a boundary of salt around yourself and take a candle in front of you. Should be a fresh candle, should not be a used candle. It can be any candle, it doesn't matter. Try not to use a black candle. Try to use any other color except blue and black. Use a candle in front of you. Focus on your thoughts and just ask that the divine shows you where you are going wrong or what illusions you need to break through. It may be that you don't want to do that and you want to rather take quantum leaps in the future. But as much as I can predict the energy and as much as my spirits are telling me that this is not a time, the April 8th, 2024 is not a time for taking super leaps in future. Okay, the time will come for that. There will be cosmic events for that. This event is to break free of your own prison, because if you are not breaking free of your own prison, how are you going to take a leap? You are going to move the prison with. This is what other people do. This is what most people do. They move the prison with them, and that is why it is much, much, much more harder. If you just be free, you are just traveling by yourself, it will be very easy. It will not be with struggle and everything. It will feel easy, it will feel light, it will feel right. So don't move your prison with you. Break free from your prison and then move. And moving the prison with you would be taking all your baggage, not clearing your emotional traumas, not doing the homework, and wanting to learn the next chapter. That is what I mean by taking your prison with you. It is only one day, it is only a few hours. Remove the baggage first and then move forward. If you can meditate, but if you want to meditate, you should put a salt ring around yourself. If you have nothing, use table salt, but if possible, use sea salt, Himalayan salt, or Arabian sea salt, or something like that. Salt with bigger crystals. Unrefined salt would give you the best results. Sit with a candle. People who are not that spiritually strong or emotionally strong, they should not sit for this meditation. You can chant Om Namah Shivaya, because moon is on Shiva's head. You can also chant any other mantra. You can also chant Gayatri mantra. There are so many mantras that you can chant. If you cannot figure out anything, just chant Om. It is the highest vibration. Each Om that you chant, you are knocking on divine's door, and the door will open. The door opens from time to time. It doesn't always open, but the door does open from time to time. Make sure that you are there when the door opens. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.